famous Ramban concerning Ner Chanukah. The Ramban in Parshas Bahaloischa tells us that Ner Chanukah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe Rabbeinu and Aaron HaKoyin already in the Midbar that Bahaloischa is Haneiros in the Beis Hamikdash, in the Mishkan, that is Bizman She Beis Hamikdash Kayam. And Bizman She Ein Beis Hamikdash Kayam, you will be Zeicha to another Ner. And that is exactly what the Ramban says. V'hinei dava yadua shebe'einam beis hamikdash kayam v'agabonis betelim af haneris betelim avaloi ramzu el chanukos ha'chashmenoi sheneheges af la'achar ha'churban. So the Ramban says that the pasuk is referring to even Ner Chanukah. And Yitzhak Hashem, when we sit down Sunday evening and we light a little candle, we have to understand we are similar idea to Aaron HaKoyin in the Beis Hamikdash. What is that supposed to represent to us? It is supposed to represent to us the famous question that everybody asks. Why did they need a nes? Why was the nes necessary? What do you mean? Karbanai sibur al mutar betuma. So why couldn't they have it even if it was tameh? What was the purpose? Says the famous Pnei Yeshua that everybody says over, and he says as follows: the purpose of the nes was, the purpose was to show chibason shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu to Klal Yisrael, that even though the nes is not necessary, but Klal Yisrael exists on tahara, on purity. We don't mingle with the goyim. We don't, but the goyim come into the bank, they put the tree over there together with Rahman al-Atzlan, with some type of a naira. We don't mingle. We have a Emunah Shalema that what? What's the biggest nes of Ner Chanukah? The 7 days? No, the 7 days is not the biggest nes. The first day is the biggest nes. Why? Because Klal Yisrael lit the candle and they said, what are we going to have for tomorrow? Tomorrow? Klal Yisrael doesn't worry about. That is the biggest nes that we in Golus. Imagine, 70 years ago, Rahman al-Atzlan, what was done to Klal Yisrael? We don't understand. You gotta be HaKadosh Baruch Hu to understand. The Malachim don't understand that. They didn't understand by Rabbi Akiva. So only the Eibush understands that. And today, Torah is flourishing. Torah is flourishing, not by Koil fellows only, not by Bnei Yeshiva only, but all Balabatim, and people are learning and studying. You go even in this shul, here's a shear, and there's a shear, and there's a shear. Everybody's learning, and they can upgrade their learning. What a nes! Now is the nes. The nes is tomorrow. That's not your business. Today is your business. And that is supposed to show Chibas HaKadosh Baruch Hu L'Bnei Yisrael. And that's why he finishes off the Pnei Yeshua. L'kach nasa l'hanes hazeh ha'inyin mamish b'oisen hayomim sha'hoya es rotzaim. To teach you what? Shechazru Chibasan HaRishayna. It came back to Chibasan HaRishayna. The first love to Klal Yisrael. That's what came back. Just imagine. I don't know if you follow. I don't follow too much the news. Don't worry. If I follow it in a kosher sense. But imagine all the Ratzchim of Klal Yisrael, all the people that murdered Klal Yisrael. Now they say we like Klal Yisrael. The king of Spain says, "Oh, the community should come back. They were chased out 500-600 years ago, murdered, burned." The king gets up and he says, "No, we like Jewish people. We like the Sephardi community. Read it. The book. Rabbi Baskila was all involved in it. The pipes. What does he say? The Jewish people have a right to live. Over there, Putin. You know, Mr. Putin. Who's Mr. Putin? He says to him, he meets Netanyahu, and you know what he says to him? He says to him, tell the Jewish people, Happy Hanukkah. When did that exist? That is what the Goyim are being machshiv. Who cares what they're machshiv? That means there's something to be machshiv. We should be machshiv ourselves, our mitzvahs, our Torah. In Chanukah, we should upgrade our davening. We should upgrade our learning and upgrade our mitzvahs. So when you sit by that candle, what do you feel like? Like Aaron HaKohen. A good Shabbat.